What's up everyone? I've seen a lot of people ask ChatGPT for help in Super Auto Pets and the responses have been hilarious, so I really wanted to try this myself. So today we're on the OpenAI website and I'm about to ask ChatGPT what the best team is going to be. So let me think for a second how I should format the question. I guess we can do something like give me the best 5 pet team for Super Auto Pets? I think this is a good question to ask. It's not really a question, more like a demand, but let's see what the response is going to be. Hopefully as funny as I've seen before. We have some interesting pets right off the bat. I can see we have penguin. Penguins are strong tags with high health and good melee damage. Interesting. I don't know that there is melee damage in this game, but their freeze ability can stall enemy units and give your team an advantage. Okay, new update just dropped. Now the penguin has a freeze ability, so we're going to be abusing it. Second up is hedgehog. Hedgehogs have the spiky ability, which damages enemies that attack them. That sounds like the porcupine more like, but hedgehog does kind of similar things, so I'll not be too harsh here. They can be excellent frontline pets to disrupt the opponent's strategy. Maybe, yeah. I'd rather play it at the backline considering the rest of this team, but let's continue. Thirdly, we have the elephant. Elephants have a powerful AoE attack that can hit multiple enemies at once. Does it really? Oh wow, that's very strong if it has that. It's like having chili, but from what I can remember, it just throws stones at my pets, so not very correct there. Let's continue reading though. They are great for dealing damage to clustered enemy teams. I don't know if clustering is really a problem with Super Auto Pets. I guess you have chili dodging, but that's about it. Next up we have a giraffe, another scalar, you'll have to see it. Giraffes have a long range attack that can target backline enemies. Maybe with a tomato they might. I might have to put a tomato on the giraffe then. This makes them useful for sniping enemy support units or dealing damage to any enemy from a safe distance. Okay, giraffe is going to have a tomato, I have just decided. And lastly we have the kangaroo. Kangaroo have the toss ability, allowing them to throw an enemy pet to the backline, disrupting the enemy formation and potentially taking out a high value pet. I don't know if we have a single pet like that in the game. All I can think of is the donkey perhaps, but yeah, this is the team we're going to be going with. And now I'll hop into the game and create a custom pack around it, so see you then. Okay, so this is the pack I made. Tier 1 is not very important, I don't believe, but on tier 2 we have the hedgehog as well as the camel are 2 stars, and as well as that we are going to be using some units that can help scale them up, like the worm and the Hercules beetle. Flamingo is also here with the pill, that's going to be pretty important I believe. On tier 3 we have some very standard pets. You can't really go wrong with tier 3 units, you have a lot of good choices. Of course we also have the elephant and the giraffe. And on tier 4 we have the penguin, that is going to be our 5th pet for the team. We also have stuff like lobster, stuff like blobfish and crow to help us level up, maybe even a little bit of melon armor, even though with hedgehog it might not be perfect. Then we also with tier 5 have some very standard picks, but we also take a snapping turtle here because we can maybe put skewer on the elephant in hopes of getting it to deal AoE damage as the description said. And of course on tier 6 I don't think the pets are going to be all that important, but for equipment we have melon once again, as well as steak and the tomato for the giraffe. So yeah, this is going to be the pack, and I'll be back to you when I get a successful run with it. So I have done like an hour of grinding for this, and let me show you my best attempt. If I can find it, it's in replays. Look at this, turn 28 with this team, look at this. So I really wanted to show you how this went, so let's go to maybe turn like 7 perhaps? I think this is a good beginning to start off with. Like, we have this team with 4 of the 5 units that we want to have. Elephant is just so bad with this team that I decided not to go for it. So yeah, we have some level ups prepared for next turn. It's going to be turn 8. So we have some tier 5 level ups waiting for us. I think here we might lose though. Actually just barely drawing because of the hedgehog, and that happened a lot during this game. We drew a lot with this hedgehog despite the fact that it only deals 4 damage with its ability. We get the monkey here, we get the double level up, and honestly out of these nothing that I really like. I was thinking about Husky for a second, but the fact that it doesn't want any equipment on your units is very restrictive, especially because of the fact that we're going to want a lot of funny equipment on a lot of these units. So yeah, this is what the build is going to look like for a while. So let me just jump ahead a little bit. I think we can do like turn 20 maybe? I think turn 20 would be okay. You can see I've just leveled up all of these units. I've just put equipment on them as well. The tomato on the giraffe for the long range attack, because that's what the giraffe does, right? So this is the team we have. I'm shuffling around units a lot because I want to get the best monkey buffs that I can. And look at these teams that we get to face so late in the game. Just look at this. I don't even remember this team, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look at this. It's a draw team basically. Like, they have blowfish with garlic, but I don't think they're trying to win because they have such low stats on here. And you can see it's actually good enough for them to draw against us. And even if they had survivors, the hedgehog is level 3, so it would have gotten to deal 6 damage. And yeah, this was happening for a while. I think next turn we get to see the same thing. Let's take a look. We get to even level up the giraffe next turn. I don't even know why I'm freezing the chocolate because everything is going to be level 3. But let's take a look at this. Another draw team. This was basically designed for a draw with the lioness for the shop scaling, but thankfully we win. And I'm going to jump ahead a little bit further because we get to see a lot of funny teams here. I think 26 we can do. Here I have frozen the elephant because we have to swap out the monkey for the elephant. Ideally, I'm looking for some melee equipment so we get the stake on here. Perfect timing. I think we're also going to roll for some food like pears that so that we can give stats to the elephant. Let's take a look at how this battle is going to go though. A lot of teams at 50-50 already because of the 50 shops perhaps, but they did have an almost base stats thingy, mantis shrimp I believe it's called. We draw against them as well. And we keep rolling here, honestly, just looking for pairs. I think ideally I would want to find a lot of oysters on here for the extra gold. But I find the double cow and I think for some reason I freeze it. I shouldn't be freezing because I want to put steak in the shop. So yeah, let's take a look at this. This is a ghost-like looking team. Dinosaur with no cherries or no strawberries rather, and we win here. And yeah, this is the final round I believe, so we get to swap the monkey out for the elephant. Buffing a little bit, you can see the cows are useless because they would have made the steak disappear and we don't really want that. Roll one final time, one final pair to buy, even get another elephant for next turn if there is one. But yeah, let's see how this battle goes. And unsurprisingly, it's a 50-50 team. They have a level 3 octopus and a level 3 lionfish, so they just destroy us. And yeah, unfortunately, this battle is going to end here on turn 28. This run is dead. And yeah, I think I did my best. I don't think this team deserves to get anywhere near turn 28, but what can you do? Miracles happen. In conclusion, I think I can say that you should not be listening to ChatGPT when you're asking for a super auto pets build and just rely on your intuition instead. Or watch my content. I think I do pretty good builds from time to time. So yeah, this is going to be it for today. I hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.